Hello friends, we have started the session of 12th Science Mathematics on the chapter Relation Function. Myself Divij Patel. We have already studied the relation, what kind of relations are there, equivalence relation, equivalence class, property of equivalence relation. We have studied the function, what is the idea of the function, types of function, 1, 1, on 2 and bijective. In this video we are studying the composition of the function. Okay, so composition of function. What is the idea of the composition? Composition means we have to merge two functions, but we have to be careful about the range and domain about that two particular function. Okay, so let's just say we have two function f and b defined as f is from a to b and g is from b to c. Excuse me. Okay, so we have taken two functions a and b from set a to b. F is from a to b and g is from b to c. Okay, then the composition of these two functions are defined as g of a to c. Okay, so let's just discuss how we get this kind of mapping. Okay, observe these figures. This represent the set a, this represent the set b, and this represent the set c. Now as a is a domain of f, we take some values from a as an input, we'll get f of x in codomain b. That particular set of images in codomain will call as a range of b. Range of f lies in codomain b. So this is the range of f. Now from this range of f which lies in b, we take inputs and then apply the another function g, will get the outputs in codomain c. Okay, that's the particular idea of the composition. We take one element from the f, right? So if you just consider this mapping GOF, right? So f, we are taking input from f, which is domain of f is a, right? A, we are taking input from domain of f, which is a, and then we apply the definition of function f, will get some outputs we call as a range. That range will be lie in the domain of f. Now from that set of range, we are again taking the input values and applying another function g on that set of range in b, which will be the input value for function g, and will get some output in c, right? This is the particular idea of the composition of a function. Okay, now what are the remarks for this? For this mapping to be defined, a range of function f is a subset of domain of g. What I say is, if I want to compose two, if I want to find the composition of two function, the condition for that is one function's range of function must be the subset of domain of another function. Just see the mapping. A range of this function which will be lie in set b, and that's range is a subset of domain of g. Then and then, if this condition, what is the condition? A range of a function of f is a subset of domain of g, then and then the composition of two function is defined, otherwise composition is not defined. Okay, now same way we can say another composition which is FOG, right? Another composition will be FOG. The first one is GOF, we read as fog and gof. Okay, so for the fog one, the composition of mapping FOG is defined if a range of g, this function's range must be subset of F's domain. Domain of F. Domain of F. What is the condition? A range of this function must be subset of domain of this function. Then and then the function is the composition of function is defined. Okay, now let's take just example, we'll get the idea very well. Okay, I have taken the first function. F is from real number set to real number set, defined as x square minus 1, and another function g is from real number set to set of integer, and it is defined as x minus 2. We have to find FOG and GOF. Okay, now to find GOF, okay, to find GOF, we have to check the condition. Condition what? The range of first function must be subset of domain of the second function. Now f is the first function. Okay, now see, f is from R to R, so the range of f is a subset of R. Okay, range of f is subset of R. Now this range must be subset of domain of G. Now see the domain of G, which is R. So the condition is satisfied. So we say that GOF is defined. If defined, then we can find the composition of a function. Now how we find the composition? GOFOF of x we write as G of f of x. Okay, now x we are taking from f, right? X we are taking from f. Now if I take f of x is defined as x square minus 1, so I just have to replace f of x as g of x square minus 1. Okay, so in the function g I have to replace now x by x square minus 1. Okay, so g function is this x minus 2, so I have to replace x as x square minus 1, so I'll get x square minus 1 minus 2. So the composition function will be x square minus 3. Okay, so GOF is defined as x square minus 3. Now second one, FOG function, FOG, which can be write as f of g of f, sorry, f of g of x. Now g of x is what? X minus 2, right? But don't forget, we have to first check either this composition is defined or not. So range of this function, range is what? Range will be subset of integer, right? So range of this function must be subset of domain of function f. See, range will be in the set z, right? Range of function g will be in set g, z, okay, and which is subset of domain of f, which is set of real number. So FOG is also defined. So just put the definition. G of x is defined as x minus 2, and in function f, wherever we find x, we replace it by the x minus 2. See, f of x is defined as x square minus 1, so we put x minus 2 whole square. Okay, in this value, whenever we find x, we replace it with the x minus 2. So x minus 2 whole square minus 1, so I'll get x square minus 4x minus 4 minus 1, so x square minus 4x minus 5. So this is the composition function. Let's take another one. F is from real number set to rational number set, defined as x square plus 4x plus 5, and G is from z to z, defined as g of x is equal to sin x. Okay, so let's check whether this function is FOG and G of are defined or not. So for FOG, the range of the function, for FOG, range of function g must be subset of domain of domain of function f. Now range of this function, see, range of function g sorry, range of function g will lie in Z. So I am writing over here Z, which will be subset of domain of F. Domain of F is R. Set of integer is subset of a real number set. Yes, so this is correct. So FOG is defined. Okay, so FOG is defined. FOG is defined. So if you find the value FOG of x, FOG of x is equals to f of g of x is equals to g of x. G of x is what? Sin x. Yes, g of x defined as sin x. So sin x, and whenever we find x in function f, we replace with the sin x. So the FOG will be right as sin square x plus 4 sin x plus 5. This will be the composition of FOG. Now second part, GOF. Okay, GOF. So same idea, the range of first function must be subset of domain of the second function. Okay, range of f is what? Q, right? Range of f will be subset of Q. Okay, so we are considering the whole set right now. So Q subset or equals to domain of, sorry, I think I have done some mistake. Range of f subset of domain of G. Over here is domain of G. Okay, so range of f is Q and domain of G is Z. Okay, so not subset. So GOF is not defined. This is just the basic idea when the function is defined and when the function is not defined. Okay, now bijective function we already discussed, but this is on the composition of the function. How we define function regarding the composition of the how we define the bijectiveness of the function on the composition of the function. See, f is said to be bijective if there exists mapping G is from B to A such that FOG is identity function and GOF is also identity function. Okay, now if function is bijective, then we say that inverse of f is exist and G is a inverse of f. We denote it is as f inverse. Okay, and if inverse exists, it is unique. Okay, now the question to find inverse of a function. How we find inverse of the function? Okay, again, to find inverse of a function, the function must be 1 1 and on 2, but we are approaching the definition of FOG and GOF must be I. So let G is from, just invert the place, but they are R2R, so no change. R2R is defined as G of y is equals to ax plus b. Sorry, not G of y, take y is equals to ax plus b. That will be ideal. Now subject x from this one, so I'll get y minus b upon a equals to x. This is the definition of G. Okay, this is G of x, G of y, sorry, G of y. Okay, now if f is bijective, then FOG equals to I and GOF equals to I. Okay, so let's start with the FOG. FOG equals to f of g of x is equals to f of g of x. I have to replace g of x by this one, right? So I'll get x minus b upon a. Okay, x, so I'll just replace y with the x. Okay, now in y function, in f, I have to put x as x minus b upon a. So I'll get as function is defined as a and x is x minus b upon a plus b. So I'll get a get cancel, x minus b plus b get cancel, so I'll get x. It means f of g of x equals to x. So identity is there, identity is there. I guess okay, sorry, what I did is f of g, I have to find f of g. So g of x, I just apply the definition. G of x is what? Y minus b upon x. I replace y by x and put it over here as g of x. Okay, and f of x is given as ax plus b. So wherever f of x is defined as ax plus b, so wherever I find x, I replace with the x minus b upon a. So I just replaced it. So a upon this, a get cancelled, so I'll get this, bb get cancelled, and I'll get x. So f of g is equals to of x, I'll get x. So this is identity. So next we check is GOF of x. So I'll get g of f of x. F of x is simply a linear function ax plus b. So in g whenever I find x, I have to put this ax plus b. So I'll get ax plus b minus b upon a. Okay, so simplifying ax plus b minus b upon a, bb get cancel, a get cancel, so x. So GOF of x is equals to again identity. Okay, so we have get f of g as also identity and GOF also as identity. So f inverse exists, and g is inverse of f. So f inverse is equals to x minus b upon a. Okay, f inverse of x defined as x minus b upon a. So that's how you find the inverse of the function. Okay, thank you.